on faculty ranking all 5 Indiana Jones movies from worst to best. Now, some information you guys probably want to know before we actually begin the ranking. I never seen Indiana Jones movie until like this month. Actually June, because now it's July. Dial Destiny was coming out, so I thought now was a good time for me to actually finally watch them. But how do I rank all 5 Indiana Jones movies? Let's find out. Coming in at 5, we have Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't think this one was as bad as people actually say it. Like, it's not just a god-awful movie. I think it's good. Some of it's good. It's not bad. I don't think it's a bad movie. It's just not very good. I think this is the perfect example of a movie going way too over the top. I'm going to do a video essay on it in the future, so you guys will hear more about that. There's just way too much CGI in this film, and it's not believable. While the other Indiana films were crazy, like, beyond believability, this one just takes it to a whole other level with, like, aliens, just, the amount of just CGI that they get into, it's just so unbelievable. It takes you out of the movie, it really does. The actual Crystal Skull is not a good artifact, and that's, like, the main thing of an Indiana Jones movie. Is the artifact good? If it's not good, it makes the whole film not work. That's the case with this movie. The story's not compelling. Most of the characters aren't likable, except for, I guess, Marion and Indiana Jones themselves. I do think there are some good things about this film. Like, the end, it's actually kind of terrifying, honestly. The ending of the film is actually pretty good, in my opinion. After the UFO, it's pretty good. And there's some good scenes sprinkled in between all the just mid stuff. So overall, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is not very good. That's why it comes in last place. Because number 4, we have Dial of Destiny. Also, spoilers for Dial of Destiny, so if you don't want to be spoiled, there's a time. I don't think this was way too over the top like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It is, like, kind of balanced on what they do. Like, it doesn't feel unbelievable. And yeah, time travel is pretty crazy, but I think it makes more sense, like, in this franchise than Aliens does, if I'm being honest. Yeah, sure, not all the characters are the best. Indiana Jones is good, but they're treating like a joke for most of the film, which is not a good thing. Most of the action is generic action. It doesn't feel Indiana Jones. Like, even Crystal Skull, the action feels like it can only be Indiana Jones. The action sometimes feels like it's just being any other movie, not just Indiana Jones. And this doesn't feel like a final adventure for Indiana Jones. It kind of feels like the next Indiana Jones adventure. Overall, that scene isn't bad. I think that's really good. But there are just a lot of things that hold it back from being great. Coming in 3rd place, we have The Last Crusade. Now, from here on, all these films are great. Really solid Indiana Jones movies, and just solid movies in general. In my opinion, it's also the funniest Indiana Jones movie. Just the chemistry between Indiana Jones' dad and Indiana Jones himself is just really believable and likable. The actions are also really good in this movie. I think where this movie actually starts to lose me, in my opinion, is the chasel itself. Just the whole thing with the invisible walkway, the night, the chalice itself, and it just feels like a lot. This is where the franchise started to become more unbelievable than believable, in my opinion. I still think it's a great movie, but I think it just kind of gets a little bit too much near the end of the film. I really do. But other than just a few small things, let's just say it's honestly great. Now, these next two was honestly really hard to rank. Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. This was so difficult to do. Both these films are just so great. Such good writing, such good acting, such good action. They're just so great movies. They are so iconic and deserve every right to be as iconic as they are. But for number 2, I chose Raiders of the Lost Ark. This movie is great, honestly. Introduced the world to Indiana Jones, the best characters ever made. The action, why don't they call it Temple of Doom or The Last Crusade, I think is great in its own way. It's the most simplest action, but it's really effective. And that makes the movie really believable. Like, I believe that this could really happen. Like, it never goes too over the top, but never too, like, under bottom. It's just the perfect amount. Also, all the characters are really likable. Indiana Jones, Marion, just all the characters. Honestly, probably the best villains in the franchise. And the Ark is also the most complete artifact in the franchise. Probably why it's referenced in basically every other Indiana Jones movie. Except for Temple of Doom, which, fun fact, takes place before Raiders of the Lost Ark. I didn't know that until a few days ago. And that amazing score by John Williams. Honestly, it's kind of a masterpiece. But also, they're really dramatic and they're really emotional. Also, I think that in the first film, the relationship between Indiana Jones and Marion is just so believable and likable. And it's my favorite part about that movie. What can I say? Raiders of the Lost Ark is honestly a great film. It's one of the most important films ever put on the silver screen. But coming number 1, we have Temple of Doom. I thought about this one for a long time, and honestly, that final act is what makes this number 1. It's just so crazy and bonkers, just non-stop, never gets a break. It's just so entertaining and I love it. Whether it be the voodoo doll scene, or the bridge scene, or the mineshaft scene, or like the beginning with like, oh my god, this one's just non-stop rush of just excitement. I like the love interest, she's very annoying, but everyone already knows that. Short Round Story around is solid. Good character. And just the action, the scenes in this movie, and just the acting, just everything about this film is honestly just really great and solid. The best out of the franchise, in my opinion. I think Raiders of the Lost Ark introduced Indiana Jones to the world. Temple of Doom settled Indiana Jones. Like, this film placed into what the character would be from now on. This movie has some scary moments, it has some funny moments, it has some exciting moments, it has some actually emotional moments. Temple of Doom is just a great movie overall. I think it's the best Indiana Jones franchise. But guys, what do you think about my picks? Do you guys agree with me? And I would love to hear your rankings in the comments below. Anyways, I guess for now, bye-bye, Scroll Attacker.